Today, I'm going to teach you how to make these cornmeal cookies super easy and they melt in your mouth, guys. They're super delicious. The first ingredient I'm going to use is cornmeal. And I have a cup like this here. These are 250 milliliters, I believe, but I could be wrong. Those are the traditional kind of cups. I'm going to put 1.5 cups of our cornmeal. For those who don't know, cornmeal, I'll show you a little closer. It's that flaked fluff flour that's very easy to find in any supermarket. So this is our cornmeal. The next ingredient we're going to use is 130 milliliters of coconut milk. If you don't want to use coconut milk, you can substitute regular milk, okay? But this recipe will be gluten-free and lactose-free. I start by stirring to mix well, to hydrate the cornmeal well. This is very important. First, we need to make sure everything is well mixed. Once that's done, we'll let it sit and rest for 8 minutes. So after 8 minutes, I'll be right back with you. So for me, after 8 minutes, the cornmeal is already hydrated. We're now gonna prepare our biscuit. I'm going to use 1 medium egg. I'm also going to use 60 milliliters of oil, 5 heaping tablespoons of sugar. If you like it a little sweeter, you can add a little more. I'm going to start to mix the egg well here, to incorporate the egg well into our cornmeal, into our mixture, into our dough. While I'm mixing here, take the opportunity to tell me in the comments below if you like easy recipes like this, recipes with cornmeal, and what city you're watching from, so I know how far my video has reached. I'm gonna add my next ingredient now, which is starch. I have here a full cup, the same cup I used to measure the cornmeal. I also measure the starch, 1 cup of starch. I have a little more starch that I'll add later. Okay, everyone. I have fennel seeds here. A tablespoon will be added to our biscuits to give them a delicious flavor. But if you don't want to use them, you can substitute them with orange zest, lemon zest, or even shredded coconut, which is also very tasty. And here I have a tablespoon of baking powder, royal baking powder. I'm going to use my hands to mix it in and make it easier. I'm going to mix it a little to feel the texture of the dough before adding the rest of the cornstarch until it reaches the right consistency. So I'm gonna mix it well. Tell me in the comments if you would make this biscuit with fennel seeds, or if you would prefer orange zest, lemon zest, or shredded coconut in the biscuit. Now I have another cup here, but I'm not going to add it all. I'm gonna add it little by little and stir until it reaches the right consistency. I'm going to knead the dough well and show you how much corn starch I used and how much is left over, and I will show you exactly the point where our dough should be. So after a few minutes of mixing here, my dough has reached the right consistency. You can already see that it's a really nice dough, it doesn't stick to your hands then. And I didn't use all the starch, I'll show you. Look, there's a little less than half a cup left, so I didn't use it all. Keep adding until your dough reaches this point here. I'll show you the dough up close. It doesn't stick to your fingers, but it's still a bit crumbly. Okay, yeah? So this is the point the dough should be at. If your dough reaches this point, then it's right. And to shape it, I take a little bit of my dough, roll it into a small log on the table, and shape it into a round shape. Super easy and super quick. And I'm going to put it in a pan that I've already greased with a little oil. I'm going to shape another one so you can see how easy and simple it is. Okay, take a little bit of my dough and then just close it like this in the shape of a donut. And here we have another cornmeal cookie. With all of them ready, I'm going to put them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And at the end, I turn on the broiler to let it brown a little on top. I just took them out of the oven to show you. Look, they've already risen quite a bit. So now I'm gonna wait for them to cool down so I can take one to show you the texture properly, because it gets super crunchy, goes straight to the mouth, and is super delicious with coffee. And look, folks, our cookies. This recipe makes a lot. They rise quite a bit, they get really big, and they break super easily. They melt in your mouth, as I told you. Perfect with coffee. They're also super delicious with juice or even with tea. If you've made it this far and enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and we'll see you in the next one.